Jen and welcome to my studio. And today we're going to be doing an advanced tap dance to one of my favorite songs lately, Pink Pony Club by, I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly, Chappell Roan. I think that's how you say it. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. I do love to be corrected about pronunciations because nobody ever gets my name right. So like, I don't care, but I at least want to like get other people's names right. Chappell Roan is what the internet says. Maybe it's Roan, maybe it's Rowan, maybe it's Round. You tell me. But hey, Pink Pony Club. We all know the song, right? It's everywhere right now. I wore pink for the occasion. Didn't I, Bento? We have a little visitor. Come here. Come here. So we're doing Pink Pony Club. This is an advanced tap dance. This is, you can call it intermediate or you can call it intermediate advanced. I would bring this to my advanced class, but you let me know what level you think this is. Levels are so subjective. So somewhere between advanced intermediate and then advanced is where I would place this. Cool. Let's go ahead and get started. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, do the thing. All right. So we are going to start with dig toe stamp and then double paradiddle stamp. So you have 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4. So let me do it to the side so you can see that double paradiddle. 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4. So that double paradiddle is just a dig spank step heel. So let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4. Good. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and a 3. Good. From there, your right foot is free. You have a stamp, chug, chug to the right, stamp, chug, chug, and then you have shuffle, ball change, step. Very importantly, that step comes with a plie. You will understand why in a minute, or you can kind of already guess where that's going. Stamp, chug, chug. Make sure that you bring this foot in because the next step is a shuffle, so you're going to want to have this in so that you can shuffle. Sometimes we do a spank, and when you do that, you're going to want this foot to stay out, but because it's a shuffle, you really want to bring it in. Prepare for the next thing. So stamp, chug, chug, shuffle, ball change, step, and this goes into a plie. So let's add that onto the first line. From dig toe stamp, double paradiddle stamp, then stamp, chug, chug, shuffle, ball change, step. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6, 7, 8. Good. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6, 7, 8. Good. From here, you have pull back ball change, cramp roll ball change. That's why we really needed that plie, that bend in the knee so that we can spring right into that pull back. So you have pull back ball change, cramp roll ball change. And that's a right pull back, right cramp roll. So you just did 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? One more time, let's add that because there's no way to just like do that without the prep. So let's go ahead and add that to the top, and then there's just a little bit more to add before we try it with music. All right, from dig toe stamp, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good. From there, one more thing to add before we will try it with music. You have step, 3 count riff, step, 3 count riff, ball change. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So step, 3 count riff, immediately step onto the toe, and then another 3 count riff, ball change. Okay? So add that part onto the top from dig toe stamp. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Good. Okay. We are using a guitar fingerstyle cover. So if you're a little bit worried about like the lyrics or anything, if you wanted to bring this to class or you just don't like the lyrics, there's none on this version. Don't worry, I got you. And we're starting at what I would call the pre-chorus. I don't think it's the first verse. It might, I don't know. It's not the Pink Pony Club part, it's the part before that. So you'll hear it. I'll count you in. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try that again. A lot of it fits right onto the words, so right onto the rhythm of the words, which is kind of cool. I love doing that. All right, let's try it again. This time I'm just going to get a little bit more comfortable with it. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's do that one more time before we move on to the next section. If you need more time than that, you can always practice on your own and then meet me back here when you're ready. Or meet me at the next part when you're ready. That's what I mean. I'm just you can rewind me and practice as many times as you need to is what I was trying to say. I do not have a good grasp of the English language today. It's one of those days. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay, so moving on to the next part. Like I said, if you need more time, you know what to do. All right, so you just did ball change. Your right foot is free. That's on 8 and. That's 5 and 6, 7, 7, and 8 and. So immediately your right foot is going to move. You have a bunch of what I call waltz time steps. I don't think that's the official name of them, but I call them that because they're kind of set in 3, but I do them in 4. So they're in 3, which makes them a waltz time step. But I love doing them in songs that are 4/4 because of the way that it kind of lines up with the rhythm and creates a different rhythm. You'll catch my drift in a second. So we have stomp, hop, step, and then 3 sets of stomp, hop, shuffle, step. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and so there's a little pause. I'm trying to figure out the rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... This is really hard to count. You finish it with paradiddle stamp. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and That's it. That's it. I got it. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. You paradiddle stamp at the end. Let's try all that together. So 1 without a shuffle, and then 3 with the shuffle. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, kind of. So the pause happens in between the stomp and the hop. That's where the pause is. Stomp, hop, step, stomp, hop, stomp, hop. So there's that little pause there. Let's try that again. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So if anyone's still confused, it's 1 stomp, hop, step, and then 3 stomp, hop, shuffle, step. So that pause is between the stomp and the hop. Stomp, hop, shuffle, step. And then you go again. Stomp, hop, shuffle, step. Stomp, hop, shuffle, step. And then paradiddle stamp. Let's try that Just that again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. This rhythm alone is why I would call this advanced. Just because it's like you really gotta lock in. Okay. One more time, just a little bit faster, and then I'll go on to the next part. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I counted that way wrong, but it worked out. So your right foot is now free. You have spank, pas de bourrée, or back essence. We're going to go right and left. So you have spank, ball change, step. I do a stamp for the extra added accent. Spank, ball change, stamp. Then you have 5 count riff. Heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel, or heel, heel, toe, toe, chug, chug. So what's interesting about this part is that we're going to do a right 5 count riff and then use that right heel again to go this way. It's not what I normally do. I would normally do that with the left foot, but we're not going to do that today. It's a right foot, and now this heel is ready. Yeah. I made this up like 3 hours ago. And when I'm setting up to film, I'm running through it, that part gave me so much trouble because I could not remember that I did it with a right foot. And I was like, but I'm not on the left foot. It's not working. It's because it's on the right foot. And I tried to make it a little extra interesting and kind of trip us up a little bit just to make it a little harder. And I ended up tripping up the choreographer too. So if things are fusing in your head, that's why, because it's doing it to me too. Do not worry. All right, so spank, pas de bourrée, or back essence twice, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and a 5 count riff. Heel, heel, toe, toe, chug, chug. The rhythm on this section is and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 5 and 6 and a 7 and 8 and a 7 and 8. So you got to slow down and 8. So go from the stomp hop step and add that on. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Yeah? It's a pretty cool rhythm. One more time, a little bit faster. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Awesome. Okay, let's add that part on. Just that part on. So we're going to go from the top, but we're not going to add like any more than that because that's a lot. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it kind of all makes sense. Let's do it again. I'm going to turn it up just a tiny notch there. And then let's give it a shot. Someday. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do it one more time before we go on to the next section, the chorus, the part we've all been waiting for, the part we all scream out when we sing the song. Let's do it. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you need more time, you know what to do. Okay, so we have very similar rhythms for these next 4 lines. You have step, shuffle, ball change, step, shuffle, ball change, ball change. So it's waltz, clog, ball change. Step, shuffle, ball change, step, shuffle, ball change, ball change. So that's step, shuffle, ball change, step, shuffle, ball change, and then another step, step to finish the 8 count. Ball change. Now, if you want to make it extra fancy, you can add grab-offs. So I'm adding the grab-off, step, shuffle, pick up, ball change, or grab-off, ball change. And then this way, step, shuffle, pick up, ball, or pick up, step, and then ball change. That's about as slow as I can get that. So if you want to add the grab-offs, you're more than welcome to. I probably won't. I didn't design it to have them, but if you want to add more difficulty, you can. There is a part coming up that I'm going to add a grab-off, but personally, I don't think I'm going to add it to this part. We'll see what happens when the music turns on though. So you have waltz, clog, ball change. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try that together. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about that fast. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Then you have paradiddle, paradiddle, cramp, roll, ball, change. So you have right, left, paradiddle. Step, step, heel, heel, ball, change. But it's going to be very quick, so make sure you spring into that cramp roll and make sure you focus on that second foot in it so that we don't lose those sounds. Because a lot of times the second foot is the one that we lose. Separate all the sounds in that cramp roll. Don't let it like come together. Cramp roll, ball change. So from waltz clog, waltz clog, ball change, paradiddle, paradiddle, cramp roll, ball change. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Good, let's try that again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Good. Then you have maxi forward, ball change. So step, shuffle, jump toe, ball change. So just normal maxi forward. Now here's where I am going to add a grab off, and you are more than welcome to. So it happens right here. Step, shuffle, pick up, switch, toe. And then step, shuffle, grab off, switch, ball change. Also, I apologize in advance. I may need to sneeze. The pollen is everywhere. I've been sneezing all morning. So, maxi forward, ball change. Let's just do that together. 5, 6, 7, 8. And you have a ball change after that. You stomp, pull back, ball change. Now this is a stomp with the right foot, but the pullbacks are still on the right. So you're going stomp and putting your weight into like the spring of it. It doesn't really go anywhere. Like you stomp, I sort of keep the weight between both feet so that I can use it again and pull back into it, but you really need to put your weight into the spring. See kind of what I mean? So it's a stomp with the right foot, but you're still going to use the right foot for the pullback. Okay? Now, if you're a lefty, which I adore, if you're a lefty and you want to do left pullbacks, as long as you can flip something around and eventually get back on the correct foot, go for it. I have a couple of lefties in my tap class, and I've had to tell them, like, when it's a group dance and I choreograph it as a right pullback, you're going to have to do a right pullback. But if I'm giving you a solo or something and you want to put it on the left, as long as you get back when it's the group part, as long as you get back on the right foot, you can do the whole section on the left. Y'all, if you're a lefty, you can do this entire dance on the left and it will not bother me. like whatever you decide to do with this, as long as you don't perform it without my permission, whatever you decide to do with this is fine. You can do this choreography to any other song for all I care. Like it's fine. So do this on the left. But as choreographed, it's to the right. So if you're gonna switch it, just the pullbacks. If you're just gonna switch the pullbacks and go stamp and then pull back left, either maybe pull back to the toe so that you can ball change right left at the end, or you can just touch ball change, or you can do like, and then you kind of just like stamp instead of ball change so that you're on the right foot. Whatever's gonna make you happy there, do it. Okay, so let's go back to that maxi forward. I'm gonna do the pullbacks on the right with the stomp, but you have options. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Good. All right, let's go back to waltz clog, and then go from there into the maxi forward section. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Good. One more time. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and add that on. After that, there's one more section. Let's go ahead and do that. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fits with the words in this case. All right, let's try it again. This time I'm just gonna get a little bit more comfortable with it. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. There was a quick part I wanted to mention. This part. My rhythm got a little wonky there, and I think it's because my legs were too far apart. So make sure that you keep your feet underneath your hips for that. I think I went like, and that made me get a little offbeat, like just barely, but enough for me to notice and get kind of mad at myself about it. So make sure that your feet are under, so that you have more control. 5 and 6 and 7, you want to have like your feet under your hips and most of your weight here so that you have control of those feet and where your weight is going. Okay? So let's try that one more time and then I'll go on to the last part. I just wanted to go over that. Like I said recently, I used to edit out my mistakes and now I like to use them as like a teachable moment for not only me but you guys, because you guys might have made the same mistake. My legs were too far apart, my rhythm got a little weird. You know what? I should mention why that happened and how to fix it. So hopefully that helps somebody. Let's do it. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so moving on to the very last section. We just did pull back, ball, change. This next part has an option. It definitely has an option, but I'll teach it as normal. You either have step crimp roll turn or stamp crimp roll turn. If I was in a big space, I might make this a stamp crimp roll turn, but since I'm on a tiny space and I'm a little scared sometimes, I know it's only an inch, but I'm like terrified to fall off any floor. I think it's because I have fallen off of stages before. Those are some funny stories. If you want me to make a vlog where I tell those kind of stories, write down in the comments and let me know, because I have fallen off several stages for sure. So we're gonna do a stamp crimp roll turn or step crimp roll turn. I'm gonna do a step just because it keeps me in a smaller space, but if you want to do like a stamp crimp roll turn, as you can see, I'm kind of scared. If you want to do a stamp crimp roll turn, go for it. But I'm going to do like a little tiny step. So you step or stamp, you put your weight on it, you jump off of it, and then you go left, right, left. So without the turn, here's where the option is. You do not have to turn. Here's where I would do a stamp if I'm not turning, because the fear is not there. So we have stamp, left, right, left. That's the crimp roll turn. If you've never done one of those before and you want a little bit more of instruction on that, I do have a step tutorial down below in my step tutorials playlist on the crimp roll turn. I think I have it as a short, like a YouTube short. I also have it as like its own like 10-minute video on how to do that step. So definitely check that out in the link below. So you have stamp crimp roll turn or step crimp roll turn. And then you have step, heel, heel, what I call a slap. So you're gonna take your foot, I'm gonna try not to be too loud because like small space, very good microphone. Slaps are not super fun. So you're gonna slap it down, put your weight on it. It does have your weight. By a slap it, kind of like you attack it from like up like this. You're not coming down on it. You're not stamping and pushing the air like down and forward. I am literally pushing the air almost back when I do it. See? Okay, so I just call it a slap. If you just want to stamp, that's fine too. Again, like there's lots of places that you can change it and make it something more comfortable for you. So you've got stamp, crimp, roll, turn, step, heel, heel, slap. So let's do that together. If you don't want to turn, no big deal. You do not have to. You can just go. Okay, let's do it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Also, please ignore my little Ramberset shampoo arm. While I do that, it is a habit I've had since I was like 10 years old, and it's never going anywhere. I'm gonna do that arm. So you do not have to do that arm. Please ignore. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Then you have shuffle, step, heel, and a 5E and a 6E. Then shuffle, toe, step, heel, stamp. If you do not like toe stands, that's okay. You can go shuffle, run, step, heel, stamp. Totally fine. Makes the same idea. So from the stamp crimp roll, 5, 6, 7, 8, we have 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. This shuffle, toe, step, heel, stamp, or shuffle, run, step, heel, stamp, is shuffle, toe, step, heel, stamp. It's part of a scissor step. So shuffle, toe, step, heel, stamp. If you're doing the run, it's shuffle, run, step, heel, stamp. As long as it's step, heel, stamp at the end, you're fine. Okay, so from the cramp roll turn again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Yes. Good. Last line. The last line we're going to do. It's a step and a shovel. Now a shovel, if you've never done before, I do have a step tutorial on just this step. I'm going to go over it very briefly right now, and I'm going to tell you your 2 options for doing it. I need one of these options right now because I'm dealing with a couple of leg injuries, and I don't want to aggravate them by mistake, so I'm going to use these options. If you don't have leg injuries and or if you have ones, because I feel like all dancers at some point do, but if you have ones that aren't aggravated by the step, please feel free to add the extra scuff. So the shovel traditionally is you step and then you're going to scuff, land on your heel, and then land on the back foot with that scuff. When I do that, it aggravates, I have a pulled muscle up here, so it aggravates that a little bit. I am not going to go for that scuff, so I'm just going to do this step, heel, land. It allows me to not have to like push forward. For some reason it aggravates it. It's like one of the only tap steps that's aggravating it right now. So I'm just going to go step. But if you want to add that scuff in there, please feel free to. And again, if you've never done that before, feel free to check out that step tutorial. If you've never done it, but you don't want to do that, you just want to try it, just think step, heel, and then immediately land on that back foot. Step, switch to your heel, and land. Toe, heel, land. All right, so you have step, shovel, and then land, and then you have a ball change with the right foot, scuff, heel, and that's that line. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So let's try that together. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Good. Last part, paradiddle, paradiddle, 7 count riff. It's and a 5, and a 6, and a 7, and a 8. So you start on and a 5. So with the step shovel, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7, and a 8. So that's paradiddle, paradiddle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you do a 7 count riff differently, like you can do that if you'd like. That's, or whatever version of a 7 count riff you usually do. Totally fine. Okay, so let's go from step shovel together. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 8. Good. All right, let's go from the stamp, cramp, roll, turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 8. You'll notice they have the same rhythm. Both lines have the same rhythm. Sort of. Minus like the cramp, roll, turn versus the shovel, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's try the whole ending that we just learned, again, from stamp, cramp, roll, turn. Then we're going to walk through the entire thing without music. Then we're going to do it with music, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good. Okay, from the top, I will try to do all the counts without losing my breath. Wish me luck. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and a 5 and 6 and a 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and a 7 and 8 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 5, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 7 and 8. I did okay with the counting. I have also heard that I don't project loud enough while I'm tapping for you to even hear the counts sometimes, and I do apologize for that. I can address that in like a full post or whatever, but it has to do with the microphone, and people are like, well, why don't you just mic your voice? And I know you might be thinking the answer to why I don't just mic like up here is because I'm bouncing around, so you're just gonna hear like all over the mic, right? But no, I have learned in these videos, the most important thing that you hear is the taps. And if I mic up here with a mic that's specifically gonna capture my voice, you can't hear these. It like blocks out the sound or it gets really muffled. And if I just mic the taps, it gets really muffled here. I need both of these things to come through. So I'm just working on learning how to project better, which I hope I've done better in this video. But my mic has to be where it can reach both things. So for anyone that was wondering that, that's the answer. Okay, if you want me to do an entire video on my setup and why I have it a certain way, I'm happy to do that, especially for anyone that needs to make tutorial videos for their students or whatever. I'm happy to help. It's tough. All right, ready? From the top with music, let's Pink Pony Club. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. All right, let's try it again. This time we're just going to get a little bit more comfortable putting it all together. We got this. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. All right, let's do it one more time. And that means we have to have the most fun that we've had this entire video, especially since a lot of it was me rambling. Very sorry about that. Very chatty today. But let's just do it. Leave it all on the dance floor. We got this. Hopefully you guys had so much fun learning this dance with me today. I had a lot of fun teaching it to you. I love this song, and I'm so glad that I was finally able to find a version of it that we could use on this channel. I've been having a little bit of issues with music rights, but I'm working around it. It's going okay. But yeah, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and join the TAP fam. We've got choreography tutorials like this, step tutorials like I mentioned earlier, technique exercises, lots of YouTube shorts, mini tutorials, vlogs, tons of things that any tap dancer would want. So please subscribe because it really, really helps this channel out. Also, hit that thumbs up and it tells me that you liked this video and that you like tap dance, because we want YouTube to know that people like tap dance. So hitting thumbs up on tap dance videos is a big yes, because then YouTube starts pushing it out, and then more people learn to tap dance, and then we have more tap dancers in the world, and that's what we really need, right? We just have so many more tap dancers. So yeah, subscribe, thumbs up. I was so chatty this whole time, and now I lost what I was trying to say. Subscribe, thumbs up, and as always, thank you for dancing with me.